whole squad have been back at training, and yeah, the boys presented in really good shape. Bo Waters has come back in really good shape, and he's worked really hard off the off season, and basically is in with the rest of the group training at present. We'll keep him out of some of the contact work till post-Christmas, but as a general feeling, it's all really positive. Matty Rosa had surgery on his pec muscle before the end of last season, and he's worked really hard to rehab that in the off-season break. So he's returned quite strong and continues to work on that. Unfortunately had a minor ankle operation fairly early in the off-season, and that's the thing that's delayed his return to the main group until post-Christmas.
Well, you can just see Paddy McGinnity there, he's on the bench.
So unfortunately Pat McGinnity broke his hand in that East Perth Grand Final, and that required surgery. Since then, Pat's been undergoing some hand therapy and is back training, but not quite in the main group as yet. Yeah, Muzz is a fairly minor ankle injury, so we're keeping him off that for a couple of weeks, and then we'll get him up and going, and he should be back into the main group well before Christmas.
You see him, he has the arm taken out as he's going to spoil and lands flat on his side as he comes down. Are you feeling that in the ribs?
Xavier Ellis had reconstructive surgery for his acromioclavicular joint, which is something quite rare and unusual, but he's progressed really well with that, and we'd expect him to be back with the main group training after Christmas. Yeah, Jack Darling spent a fair bit of time in the boot to manage a foot injury, and that's been progressing really well. The last scan showed some really good healing, and we expect Jack to be running, but probably not until after Christmas. Unfortunately for Elliot, he had a setback with his hand in training, and he's required further surgery, which he's undertaking today. That should see him back with the main group. We'd expect post-Christmas into full training again. Yeah, so Eric McKenzie had post-season hip surgery, which is to correct the problem that he'd been carrying for most of the year. So he's well on the back path of recovery with that, back up running. And again, he's one of the guys that we'd expect to see back in main group training after Christmas. So we've got a number of guys still in rehab that we'd expect back into the main group training over the next couple of weeks. So guys like Scott Selwood, Brad Shepherd, Grant College, Mitch Brown, Sharad Wellingham. So hopefully our training numbers will be boosted within the next 2 or 3 weeks.